Hello friends, welcome to LeggLife, and I can officially say for the first time ever, welcome to a now open Refuge Coffee. If you've been following our channel or you've been following our journey, you will know that this has been a project that has been all-consuming for us for a long time. In fact, the nonprofit that I lead has been dreaming of this space for over a decade. We've been working at it for like 2 years, and this past week we finally were able to open our doors. Now, real quick, the vision of Refuge Coffee is that it would be a place where some of the survivors we work with, other marginalized people here in our community, could get life skills, job skills, in a place that understands the trauma that they've experienced. Also a place where we can raise awareness about the work that we do, and just other things of injustice here in Alaska. And you guys, I'm so proud with how it turns out. Now, this last week has been insane. This past Monday, so a week ago, as many of you are watching this, we passed our final inspections and the city gave us everything we needed to open. And so about 20 hours later, we opened our doors, and it was crazy. In fact, we opened at 11 a.m. on Tuesday, and at 10:45, people started lining up outside. We had about 15 people in line when we opened up. When we turned on our open sign, they all clapped and cheered. It was so surreal. In fact, having this open is surreal. And I just thought, you know what? I want to show you guys the space, because so many of you have seen it in the process of construction. You've heard us talk about it. Many of you have actually contributed financially to make this happen. We were able to do this project completely debt-free thanks to our donors, thanks to many of you. And this week has been absolutely amazing. I'm going to tell you more stories about cool stuff that's happened this week. But first, let me show you our space. Now, it is a Sunday, so we're closed today. We're closed on Sundays and Mondays. And so Sherri and I came in today and turned on all the lights and got things going just to give you guys a bit of a tour. But the place I want to start is right here. This is our Y wall. And our friend Spring, who owns Woodlands Clothing in Ketchikan, who owns North Creative Design, designed all of this and even flew up from Ketchikan to install it. So as soon as you walk in, this wall lets you know that this is different than every other coffee shop. It's different than anything else. It's coffee, but it's coffee with purpose. And so you can see Refuge Coffee collaboration, where every cup is poured with purpose, where your daily drink supports social good, assists survivors acquiring new skills, and where we all come together to build community. We've got some information about our organization over here. We've got some quotes from a couple of our, pardon my shadow, quotes from a couple of our survivors over here. Priceless came into my life through a friend. I could not believe that anyone really wanted to help, but they did. They saved my life, these women I did not even know. And then being a part of this program has meant that I am never alone. I've been reminded that my worth is priceless. And now for one of the parts that many of you have fallen in love with, the disco balls. And the reason that we have disco balls all over our space is that disco ball is a playful yet powerful The disco ball is a playful yet powerful symbol of a deeper truth. The broken pieces of our stories can be transformed into something beautiful, something that reflects light and hope out into the world. And so yes, we have lots and lots of disco balls here at Refuge Coffee. And I just love it so much that as soon as you walk in, oh, hi Sherri, you're cute. I love it so much that as soon as you walk in, you just instantly get to read about and see why this space is different. Now, I think the next place we're gonna go is actually down here where Sherri Beth is. So on the left, bathrooms, not very exciting, but you guys, we do have disco ball garland. That's exciting. Sherri and Allison runs Priceless, which is our anti-trafficking initiative, painted all these frames.
Yes, we did.
And it's just
on our living room floor.
On our living room floor at home. And it's just such a fun, colorful wall with all the pinks, the blues, and the oranges. Look at that.
It makes me smile every time I see it. It's so fun.
What's that?
It makes me smile every time I see it. It's so fun and colorful.
It's absolutely amazing. I love how it turned out. And so we have walls like this, but then we have walls like this. So these are photos and stories of some of the amazing survivors we've gotten to work with over the last 13 years. And this was one of the hard things about this project, because the work that we do, like in the anti-trafficking space and anti-exploitation space, it's heavy and it's hard. But we wanted a coffee shop that felt welcoming and warm and vibrant. And so trying to balance some of the heaviness of this with the lightness of a wall like that was not easy, but I think we did it. And I love that people can come in and read stories and see exactly why this coffee shop exists. So this, actually one of my favorite parts of the whole project. Now, another favorite part is over here. So this is our Products with Purpose little boutique corner. Over here you can see we've got a little, well, if it's gonna focus, a little Products with Purpose frame with explanation. It says, Products with Purpose is more than a boutique, it's a movement. Every item on our shelves is handcrafted by survivors of trafficking or created by organizations and individuals dedicated to healing and empowerment. From the heart of Alaska to communities across the U.S. and around the globe, our curated collection reflects resilience, artistry, and hope. When you shop, you're not just choosing beautiful, meaningful goods, you're standing for freedom, dignity, and second chances. Every purchase tells a story, and every story matters. And then we have QR codes to some of the organizations and businesses represented here. And it's things like this. You can see these little ceramic logo mugs. They got our little Refuge Coffee logo. Some have disco balls. These were made by an organization out of Alabama called Prodigal Pottery, which works with women who are escaping domestic violence situations and helps teach them a trade, a craft, sells items like this where they can raise money to build a new life. And then we have lots of other items. You can see we have jewelry. We've got, of course, our disco ball earrings. We've got wooden bead bracelets. I think these are from Landmine Design. And so we have those. We've got tea. I'll tell you more about that in a minute. Lots of other jewelry over there. More jewelry here. Things like this from local artists from Bering Sea Designs, which is amazing. And actually, this is fun. I didn't even think about this till Sherri said it. Sherri's actually wearing her pair of Bering Sea Design. Hold on, Sherri, don't move yet. It's not focusing. She's wearing her pair of Bering Sea Design earrings that I actually got for her on a trip to Juneau, which is so cool.
Yeah.
We have stuff from an artist called Modern Indigenous is her business name. She does the most amazing work. Her name's Cassandra, and she just really loves and supports the work that we do. So it's not typical coffee shop merch. It's not maybe what you'd expect, but everything here, including the items that we sell, go to support mission and purpose. And that's what we wanted this whole space to be. Also, cute neon heart. Now, one more thing about this space that I want to show you up here. So every item that is purchased from our Products with Purpose, if you purchase something from there, you get to put a pom here in our hope jar. And basically each pom-pom represents a survivor of trafficking and exploitation whose life's being impacted through meaningful employment. Because remember, all the items that are sold there are helping survivors, helping organizations. So this is just like a visual representation of the number of people that Products with Purpose corner is getting to help. This is just in our first 5 days open. Look at that. So stinking cool. Okay, more stuff. So we do have food items. Let me tell you a little bit about those. All right, we get to work with some really great like local organizations and businesses, even for the food that we carry. So we work with somebody called, her business name is Sunny Day Sourdough, and she has sourdough scones, which in my opinion, they're the best scone I've ever had. I'm not just saying that, I'm not biased. Come by and try for yourself. For this coming week, she gave us 3 flavors. We have a matcha scone, we have a chocolate lover scone, and then we have a new, like a brown sugar cinnamon scone. Unbelievable. We also sell her whole loaves of the OG sourdough bread. We have disco ball cookies that a friend of ours makes, because come on, how could we not? So we have disco ball cookies. We have charcuterie boxes with meats and cheeses and reindeer sausage in there and veggies. We sell buckets, or not buckets, like bowls of popcorn with like ranch seasoning or butter and salt or nutritional yeast. But one of the things that I think is really cool is that we're starting actually, as of this week, carrying bakery items from a place called the Feed Me Hope Bakery. which is a part of the Downtown Hope Center here in Anchorage. And they do something actually pretty similar to what we do. They have a job training program where they teach women how to bake, how to cook. They have like a whole culinary program, and then they sell those items, and we've decided to carry it. So when you buy, they have like kolaches, which are like homemade croissant dough stuffed with cheese and jalapeno and sausage. We have cookies from them. We have muffin tops from them. So when you buy one of those items from us here, you're not just supporting the work that we do, you're supporting the work the Downtown Hope Center does. It has been so fun trying to figure out how in the world to make sure everything here is tied to purpose. Like everything in the coffee shop is purposeful. From the products with purpose, from what's on the walls, to the bakery items, also to the coffee and tea. Now let me tell you about that. So we do have our own tea blend called Traffic Stop, which is roasted by Uncle Leroy's Coffee. More about them in just a minute. But also, we have our own tea blend. One of our survivors actually worked with Sipping Streams Tea Company here up in Fairbanks to create a custom tea blend. She can't have coffee, but she can have tea. And so she created this. It's an Earl Grey with rose, vanilla, and lavender. Steeped in strength, blooming with hope, inspired by a survivor just for you. And so we actually sell bags, 15 tea bags of our still rising blend. So we have our own tea, we have our own coffee, and of course, lots of purpose behind those. You guys, I just love this so much. Okay, Sherri, now let's show them over to the space.
Yeah.
So you can see we have lots of different seating areas around here. This is kind of the funky cool area.
This is where I hang out.
This is where Sherri hangs out. Sherri has spent many hours this week reading books in, I think, probably all of these chairs.
Every seat here, and talking to friends and just hanging out.
It's been amazing. We do have our pink fireplace, of course. And going back to the Everything Has Purpose, Allison on our team actually designed this piece of art for above our fireplace. It brought in the colors of the space, and it brought in kind of our core messaging that we want every person who walks in to know they're loved, they belong, and they matter. So even the art on the wall speaks to the purpose of our coffee shop. This is just so fun. I can't believe we get to do this.
I know.
Oh, what a dream. So our coffee bar over here is pretty freaking amazing, if I do say so myself. I love how it turned out. I love the wood slats there. Of course, we got the typical coffee bar setup stuff. This coffee machine, I think I told you in one of our videos, was actually donated to us, which is insane to think of. We do have a stage over here. Eventually we want to do live music, some open mic nights, just kind of use it as a place where people who, whoa, it's got blurry. That's better. Where people who have artistic abilities and want a stage or a platform can be. So that's pretty fun. Of course, just more seating area all around. Over here is our little kids corner. One of the things we found out is that, or we kind of found as we were spending time at coffee shops, is not a lot of coffee shops have space for kids. And so when we meet with clients of ours who have kids, most of the time when we sit down, the kid gets the phone or an iPad, just something to keep them entertained while we meet and while we talk. Well, we wanted to do it a little bit differently. So we've got a Lego wall, got a little bean bag. You can see we've got, thanks to many of you who have sent Legos, we've got Legos that fill the bottom drawer there. In here, we actually have coloring pages with kind of our core messaging. There's I am loved, I matter, I belong, your smile brightens my day, sparkle with kindness. We got crayons in there. Kids can color on the table. And then, many of you may remember the pride of growing up when you colored something, putting it on the fridge. Wasn't that just the best? But here's the thing, a lot of who we work with, maybe they don't have a parent at home to put their artwork on the fridge. Maybe they don't have that opportunity at home. So we wanted to create a space where the things they create can be displayed on the fridge with pride. And here's what's funny, this one, that was done by Sherri. You're so cute. My gosh. But we do have some other things that like kids have done this week. Yeah. Of course, we got our little disco ball magnets, and the biggest disco ball in the whole space is right up here. Our friends, Sonia and Allison and Sherri painted the wave. Our friend Sonia painted this this windmill, and this is intentional because the neighborhood we're in is Spenard, and there is a giant windmill just up the street. It's kind of one of the most iconic Spenard landmarks, so I wanted to bring that in as well. Isn't that just so fun?
More disco ball garland.
What's that?
More disco ball garland.
There is more disco ball garland over here. So this is our sound booth. This building was a church before we took it over, and so we got all the sound booth stuff, the stage stuff, lighting, video, all that kind of stuff. And so we put the disco ball garland on there, and honestly, I think it looks so good.
I think so too.
So kind of looking back at the space from this side, you can see it actually is a big coffee space. Like, we have a lot of space. We also have really amazing internet because, well, that was a necessity for me.
Yeah, I worked here the second half of my day on Friday, right at that table.
Yeah, Sherri brought like both of her monitors, set up here, and just like this was her office.
Great Wi-Fi.
And this, more purpose, we wanted a space where we could just kind of share the work of our organization throughout the year. So this is like 2025 year-to-date impact. We want people to know exactly what the funds from this place are going to. We've been able to work with 12 new trafficking survivors this year, over 200 young adults in Palmer we trained, over 1,000 students in Sitka. We did 2 events on the campus of University of Alaska Fairbanks for Sexual Assault Awareness Month. Just give people a snapshot of the work we are doing. Okay, we're gonna keep going. So here's the back of the kind of the coffee bar area. We have unsweetened matcha and sweetened matcha. We have original hot chocolate, all from Sipping Streams in Fairbanks. You can see back here we've got some of our tumblers that we sell. We've got more of our tea up there. Just kind of typical coffee shop stuff over here. Very fun. Now into our little kitchen space. This is, don't mind the dishes. We cleaned all of those before we ended the day yesterday, and so they are drying to be put away. You can see this is just like kind of dry storage. We do have a commercial fridge, commercial freezer. That was a bit of a curveball.
Sure was.
So we didn't know we needed those. We thought the fridge and freezer we had were gonna work. And then like 2 days before we opened, we found out we had to get these. So that was not in the budget or the plans, but we were able to make it happen, and that fridge and freezer are now ours, and honestly, they're amazing, so I'm glad we have them. All right, so now I'm just kind of in like one of our back little storage rooms. Look, there's Sherri. And I want to show you one more space. Just kind of following me behind. There's one more space in here that isn't ours. So we have partnered with a coffee roaster called Uncle Leroy's. They've been in Anchorage for a while. In fact, they used to have a coffee shop in Anchorage, which was the primary place that I would work from. It was my favorite coffee shop in Anchorage. Yeah. And then they closed down their cafe and they just went heavy into the roasting area.
Wholesale.
The wholesale coffee bean market. They're amazing people. We've gotten to know them and just love them so much. And they were looking for more space to kind of grow their business. Well, we had this room that we've been able to partner with them so that now Uncle Leroy's has their entire roasting operation here in our facility. So all of the beans here at our shop roasted on site. Yeah. Let me show it to you. It's so cool.
It smells so good.
It smells, oh my gosh, amazing. All right, so here is the Uncle Leroy's roasting space. It's pretty darn amazing. And look at this. I think they said this was 3,200 pounds or 3,400 pounds of coffee beans that got delivered last week. You can see they've got their roasters over here where it all happens. They're different beans. And I just think it is so cool, so cool to be able to have this here in our building. Yeah. Everything roasted on site. Yeah. Oh my gosh, absolutely love it. And then this takes us back out here. So we just kind of did a big loop. And again, the seating area, or the seating down here, is just like kind of more designed for kind of conversation. You know, there is a table here for people to work at, but there's just lots of little seating pods down here. And then our office in there. We have another little storage room around that corner. But you guys, there is our Refuge Coffee space. I love it so much. All right, Sherri, you have put a lot of blood, sweat, and time into this place as well. You were basically working your job, and then in the evenings you come here.
Yeah.
What was it like for you this week to see it open?
I'm so happy that it's open. It's more than what I was hoping it would be. I think it's been really fun to hear people just walk in the space, and just kids especially they're so excited. They walk in, they're like disco balls. they're so excited, and it's so fun to listen to people's conversations and listen to them talk about the Y wall and the boutique, and it's just been a lot of fun because I have still been here every evening. I just haven't been working anymore. I've been able to like enjoy it, enjoy the space. So
I think it's been one of my highlights of this is watching other people's reaction to something we created.
Yeah.
We spent so much time and money on this space that to watch it actually fulfill its purpose, even in the first 5 days, like we've been able to have like really deep, meaningful conversations in here. Yeah. We've been able to make a difference in individuals' lives. We've been able to provide like training and skills. We've been able to give out like, sorry, let me grab this. We have these items here, which are Bombas socks and like little protein bars and bags like that, because the street we're on, there's just a lot of need.
Yeah.
And so like people who have need walk past our front door, and we get to give them something like a cup of coffee and some socks, and just not just have a cool business, but have just like the sign says, not just coffee with purpose.
Yeah.
And first weekend, it's already happening.
It's good coffee and it's good tea, and it's just such a good cozy space, and it's a ton of fun to hang out in.
It's been really fun because we've seen a lot of people that have been like bringing books and just hanging out here. We had a couple people bring that's been Sherri as well as others. My arm's tired, switch sides. Look at that. Bringing like, hold on, we're blurry. Okay, that's a little bit, is that better at all? What is happening, you guys?
I think we're good.
Okay. People bringing like crochet items, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And just being here. And so, I don't know, it's been absolutely amazing. And like I said earlier, you guys have supported this. Many of you have given financially, many of you have sent Legos, many of you have like been praying for this space, and you care about this space. You followed Refuge Coffee on social media. If you haven't, I'll link down below to Facebook and Instagram. In fact, we've already had LeggLife community members come in and have coffee in the space, which has been so fun to meet you guys and see many of you again. And so, I don't know, I'm really proud. It's been a surreal week. It's been a very emotional week. When something you've been dreaming of for over a decade actually happens, and happens in a way that you're really proud of. Yeah. It's a cool thing.
When we passed the inspection, even the contractor like came up and like fist bumped you, and I think he was having a hard time keeping it in. I think even the contractor was just like, he knows the vision behind the space, and even he was just like, man, you're gonna do it.
It is a miracle that we were able to do this debt free. Yeah. Like the fact that we are in this space and it is done is nothing short of a miracle. We're not a business, we're a nonprofit who helps people, and so getting into the business space has not been easy, but it's done. And so now we have a space where we get to raise funds to meet needs. We get to provide job skills and life skills to people who need it. We get to provide awareness to a community who maybe just walks in for a cup of coffee and gets to learn about healing and hope and exploitation and injustice, and go into our city and make it a little bit better. Yeah. And so I'm so happy. You guys, if you are ever in Anchorage, even if you're passing through, please come in, have a cup of coffee. I'd love to meet you, would love to hang out with you, would love to show you the space in person, give you a little tour of it. But that's Refuge Coffee. And
we'll put the address in below too.
Yep, I'll put all the information down below. But here it is, it's done, it's final. You guys, look at this, it's so cool, it's so colorful, it's so fun. We've got disco ball pillows. This is just insane. I'm so proud of my team who's put in so much work, so many hours to make this happen. I'm so proud of the community for supporting us. It just got super dark, so I'm gonna walk closer to the window. But you guys, Refuge Coffee is officially here. Cannot wait for you to come see us. We love you, friends. Thanks for the way you support us in everything we do, from cruises to videos to coffee shops to whatever it is. You always show up for us. You guys have sent flowers and plants as celebration this week. So you guys, we love you. Cannot wait to have a cup of coffee or tea or matcha or hot chocolate or an Italian soda or something with you
Mocktail.
Here in the space. A mocktail in the evenings. I didn't even talk about that. There's just so much that we're doing. All right, friends. Love you so much. Thanks for checking out our space with us. Cannot wait for you to check it out in person. We love you and we'll see you on the next LeggLife video.